Hello there, Ray here, and a brand new snapshot is out for the 1.14 version, and this is 19W06A. Now with this one, it's mostly bug fixes, but they did add a couple new features to do with the wandering traders. So I'll be going over all the different changes that they have in this version, as well as all the bug fixes. If you guys haven't already, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget, tonight is going to be the Twitch snapshot stream where we're going to test all the new stuff and see what crazy farms we can build out of it. Now, they also said they made some adjustments to the Wandering Trader, and I was trying to figure out what exactly they did, and I set it to night, and all these guys started taking invisibility potions, and they went invisible, which is so crazy. If I go to spectator mode, you can kind of see him. You can see him sitting here with his particles. So let me just do what I did before. So now I set it to daytime, you see they drink milk, so that you can see him again. Now let's go ahead and set it to night again. Look, they're all drinking invisibility potions and then just go invisible. You just see the particles. I suppose this is a way to prevent zombies from attacking them. So let's see if it actually works. Let's grab ourselves a zombie egg. And let's just put it down. Let's see what he does. He's looking over here. Oh, he's probably looking at some villagers in the house. We also got some other zombies. They're trying to go into the house. We got a wanderer right over here. Well, it looks like he's trying to run away from the zombies. Looks like that zombie may still be tracking him. Yeah, he's still tracking the Wanderer. Let's go into spectator mode and see if we can see him. Oh, there he is, yeah. So even though he's invisible, the zombies can still see him. So looking like they're going to have to tweak the zombie AI so he doesn't see them when they're invisible. Otherwise, this is kind of useless. Now, I did say in my previous video that I thought the Wanderer should have ability to go in the house or some way protect themselves at night. So it's really cool that they took my suggestion and gave him some really unique behavior so they're able to at least try to ward off the zombie attacks. But yeah, if they just fix that so that zombies can't see him while they're invisible, they should fix it so that the Wanderers don't have to worry about them. So let's see what the zombie actually gets to it. Yeah, he can actually go right up to him and attack him. Yeah, got stuck in this water here. Yeah, it looks pretty strange that they're just attacking these invisible guys. And then once their invisibility goes up, you see they just drink it again. The Wanderers also drink their invisibility potion if it turns into a thunderstorm, and drink their milk when it reverts back. Now the Wandering Traders' trades are the same prices, same amounts, so they haven't changed anything about that yet. They might have changed the spawning rates of them, as they seem to be kind of uncommon. They also said that they have broken up the particles into individual textures rather than being in particles.png. But you can summon in particles in Minecraft, so you can summon in like the fire cozy smoke. And there's just a little particle there, you can see it. I can summon in some other ones. You kind of see the different shapes of them. There's also the signal smoke, which is a little bit different. And there come in different variations as well. They also added a new optional tag for block items, which is going to be block state tag. And this contains the block state properties to be overwritten after the block is placed. What I guess this means is that something that you have, some item you have, has a special tag, and I'll keep that tag until you place it as a block, and then it'll be removed. If you kill the wandering traders as they're drinking their invisibility potions, they won't actually drop those as items. Same goes if you hit them and kill them as they are drinking their buckets of milk. They also added this new loading screen so that when you load Minecraft, it looks like this. And they said they also slightly improved the startup time, so it should be a little bit faster. Now, loading individual worlds still seems to be quite slow compared to like 1.12. And also, leaving world can actually take a little bit more time than like 1.12. Now, they also said that they updated the lightweight Java to version 3.2.1. This snapshot didn't give that many new features, but it came with a lot of bug fixes, including that empty maps were being consumed when right-clicking in creative. And they fixed this really cool bug where you could put a block of sand above and it would fall on top of a 1.5 meter tall block, such as like a fence. And this would allow it to kind of hover there as an entity. But you can see now it switches from entity over into a block. I'll do F3 plus B so you can see the entity hitboxes. You can see once it comes down near it, then it converts over into a block. So this breaks some pretty cool contraptions, such as what we have at our mob skull farm on the Protect server, where we have these floating sands preventing skeletons from shooting a golem on the other side, making ourselves a skull farm as well as a music disc farm. But there's still other ways to get around this, like using invulnerable ender crystals. They fix a bug to do with container minecarts. Having their items only mostly drop in the positive direction when broken. So let's go ahead and break it, and they have fixed this. So you should see them kind of go in all different directions. They fixed a bug to do with the pandas that have like the snotty noses. When they sneeze, they can drop slime balls, and those slime balls weren't being able to be picked up. So now it's possible to make like a slime farm just using these pandas that have the snotty noses. Every time they sneeze, they have a chance of dropping a slime ball. They also fixed a bug to do with pandas trying to eat their food while also swimming. Here you can also see one of the guys that has the snotty noses. This little green piece right here, they'll sneeze out some slime. Now they fixed a bug to do with advancement serious dedication. This is completed when you use up a diamond hoe, and this wasn't actually working. Now they fixed a bug to do with the pillagers inside the spawners only being able to spawn if they had sky access. And you can see when you do put a guy inside here, you can even have a guy with the banners on top, which is pretty cool. This is probably due to the guys in the pillager outpost only being able to spawn with sky access. But they went ahead and changed it so that way people can make caves with these guys inside them. But it doesn't seem to affect any of the pillagers that spawn around the pillager outpost. Now it seems that it always keeps that banner on it, which is a bit odd. I would think what it would do is do something similar to like the zombies, where the zombies can show up wearing armor instead of these mob spawners. But after they spawn one cycle of that type of mob, then it will revert to some other type of variation inside them. But with this one, even though it shows a banner on top of its head, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to actually spawn a banner on top of its head, but it can, such as that guy there. But I do think it should update and maybe show some guys without banners on top of their heads too. And with this, it's actually possible to make extinct mob spawners, which I might show in a future video. They fixed a bug to do with the Ravagers, or the Illager beasts, that I showed where you're able to summon them and then you're able to still push them, even if they have no AI. Now, even though this problem is fixed with the Ravagers, I think it still exists with gas. Let's go ahead and try it. So yeah, you can see this gas, I'm able to push him around, even though he has no AI, so they should probably fix that one as well. They fixed quite a few bugs to do with the villager generations, such as some houses that contain lava, like the blacksmith, would be able to burn down, and other small things that are missing on the structures. But I still notice that the paths are kind of messed up, like there's big drop-offs in the paths, and there's like grass blocks underneath. And sometimes there's some really floating pieces like this here, how it just comes over and just completely floats. Now before they kind of made it go with the land, and now it's just like a big huge chunk that sits there, and if it don't connect with the other one, it really looks bizarre. They fixed that bug I showed to do with the bells when they're generated inside of villages. They were not connecting properly to the blocks around them. But you can see this one's working fine. I'm sure all the rest are as well since they said they fixed it. They also said they fixed a bug that reported to do with redstone components getting stuck when they're unloaded. And it seems to be pretty extensive. It was hurting a lot of different types of redstone components. So hopefully that being fixed, we shouldn't have so many redstone stuff breaking when working in the snapshots. Now, I showed this way back when I made my Wither Rose farm. What was occurring is that the scheduled ticks were getting lost when the chunk was being unloaded. Quite a few other bugs were fixed that were just introduced in the last couple of snapshots, such as end gateway portals going into wrong locations, a crafting table showing the wrong things inside of it, mobs riding on top of each other were crashing the game, water displays on double slabs was going invisible, Ravager egg was not put in alphabetical order in the creative menu. Water and trade subtitles were missing. Now they also fixed the bug to do with the item frames, because remember last time the item frames were way over there, offset by quite a bit. And this also affected leash knots. They also fixed the bug to do with feeling a composter being silent. Now speaking of composters, in the last snapshot I showed that you can get different amounts from the items they put inside them, and the exact amounts are here. So they went from 10% to 30% for these items, and it went from 20% to 50% for these items, so you can get a lot more out of your melons as well as your cactus. So that was still probably the go-to one, and you went from 50% to 65%, so it's not as much, but these items are in that category. And this one only went from 80% to 85%, and this is only these items. And the last one is the 100% one, which hasn't changed. It's only the cakes as well as the pumpkin pies. Now the items in here still can't be composted, so like the bamboo, the poison potato, dead bush, as well as any type of coral. So most changes with this snapshot were just some bug fixes, but bug fixes are pretty important as they can cause quite a bit of problems later down the road, especially ones that are introduced in the snapshot. And they also fixed some long-standing bugs such as like that sand on top of the fence post, which was kind of cool use. I'm sure it interfered with some other things, and that's why they had to fix it. Now there is still a really nasty bug that is in the game, and this bug makes it so that when you try to run a server on the snapshot, it will use 100% of the CPU, which makes it very difficult to run a snapshot server. So we end up doing a lot of our testing in single player world instead of doing it like in a multiplayer world with all the other members. And I would love if you guys would go down in the description and upvote that one. I'll have a link down there. That way in the future we can even have a snapshot server that you guys can join and take part in the testing on the new discoveries. They did also add these cool features with the wanderers going invisible at night. They do have to fix that bug to do with the zombies still being able to attack them. And don't forget guys, tonight we're going to have a snapshot testing stream on Twitch. I'll put that link down in the description. It'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be a lot of fun. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you would like to see more snapshot reviews for the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and even the notification button if you want to get notified right as they come out. And be sure if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like as well as share it with someone you know. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about these changes. Do you know of any really nasty bug that still exists in 1.14 Snapchat that you think they should fix? Tell me down in the comments. Bye-bye!